Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Welcome all devotees for our evening Krishna book reading. We are reading from the chapter of Aniruddha meeting Usha, the daughter of Bāṇāsura. So yesterday we read about Bāṇāsura, how Bāṇāsura is great devotee of Lord Shiva, and Bāṇāsura had 1,000 arms, and he wanted to challenge somebody to fight with him. So Lord Shiva told him, "Don't worry, very soon you will find the competent match who will crush your false ego and destroy your 1,000 arms." And who is Bāṇāsura? Bāṇāsura is also the eldest son of Bali Maharaj, who is Mahajan in our parampara. Okay, so now we'll start our discussion and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, Guru Prabhu can read first two paragraphs, then Manish Prabhu can read, and after Manish Prabhu, Aryan Prabhu can read.
Bāṇāsura had a very beautiful daughter whose name was Usha. When she had attained the age of marriage and was sleeping amongst her many girlfriends, she dreamed one night that Aniruddha was by her side and that she was enjoying a conjugal relationship with him. Although she had never actually seen him nor heard of him before, she awoke from her dream, exclaiming very loudly, "My dear beloved, where are you?" Being exposed to her other friends in this way, she became a little bit ashamed. Uh, one of uh, one of Usha's girlfriend was Citralekha, who was the daughter of Bāṇāsura's prime minister. Citralekha and Usha were intimate friends, and out of great curiosity, Citralekha asked, "My dear beautiful princess, as of you yet you are not married to any young boy, nor have you seen any boys until now. So I am surprised that you are exclaiming like this. Who are you searching after? Who is your suitable match?" On hearing Chitraleka's inquiries, Usha replied, "My dear friend, in my dream I saw a nice young man who is very, very beautiful. His complexion his, co- his, his complexion is swarthy. His eyes are just like lotus petals, and he is dressed in yellow garments. His arms are very long, and his general bodily features are so pleasing that any young girl would be attracted. I feel much pride in saying that this beautiful young man was kissing me, and I was much enjoying the nectar of his kissing. I am sorry to inform you that just after this he disappeared, and I have been thrown into whirlpool of disappointment. My dear friend, I am very anxious to find this wonderful young man, the desired lord of my heart.
Thank you. So here the story begins. The meeting between Aniruddha, grandson of Krishna, and Usha, daughter of Bāṇāsura, granddaughter of Bali Maharaj. And Aniruddha also we discussed yesterday. He is son of Pradyumna, and Pradyumna is son of, yes, and Pradyumna is son of Rukmani and Krishna. So Pradyumna is first child of Rukmani and Krishna in Dwarika, and his son was Aniruddha, and he is having love affair with Uma. Sorry, sorry, with Usha. And now we'll see how the story goes ahead. So all these things, love, romance, everything is there in Bhagavatam. When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find suspense, thriller, and dhoka, सब कुछ है उसके अंदर. There is nothing which is not there in Srimad Bhagavatam, which we see in television. Everything is there. So that's how. But The main focus is on ती. सब कुछ है लेकिन फोकस हमेशा किस पे रहता है? ती भाव के ऊपर. Yes. Manish Prabhu, please read next two paragraphs.
Hare Krishna, Dhandu Pranam to Prabhuji. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Darpana.
Af- After hearing Usha's words, Citralekha immediately replied, I can understand your weird, and I assure you that if this body is within these three worlds, the upper, middle, and lower planetary system, I must find him for your satisfaction. If you can identify from your dream, I shall bring you peace of mind. Now let me draw some pictures for you to enact, and as the picture of your desired husband, let me know. It doesn't matter where he is. I know the art of bringing him here. So as soon as you identify him, I shall immediately arrange for it. Rekha, while talking, began to draw many pictures of the demigods Mahavir inhabiting the higher planet system than than pictures of Gandharva, Siddha, Chas, Panagatya, Vidyadhara, and Yakshas, as well as many human beings. The statements of Srimad Bhagavatam and other Vedic literature prove identif- definitely that on each and every planet there are living entities of different varieties. Therefore, it is foolish to assert that there are no living entities but those on this earth. Citralekha painted many pictures. Among those of the human beings was the Varnish Vrishni dynasty. Could you please scroll down, Prabhuji? Including Vasudeva, the father of Krishna, Suryasena, the grandfather of Krishna, Sri Balaramji, Lord Krishna, and many others. When Usha saw the pictures of Pradyuman, she became bashful, but when she saw the picture of Aniruddha, she became so bashful that she immediately lowered her head and smiled, having found the man she was seeking. She identified the picture as that of the man who had stolen her heart.
Yes.
Citralekha was a great mystic. As soon
Okay, you can read this paragraph. Then we discuss.
Sure, Prabhu. And as soon as Usha decided the picture, although neither of them had ever seen
Your voice is not coming. Manish Prabhu, you're there? Somehow, we are not able to hear you. Voice is coming. Acha. Oh, no problem. Okay. Um, I think I was not able to hear for last few minutes. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. How is it now?
Yeah, now it is better. Yeah, somehow
Oh,
we were not able to hear you.
so I should I read it again from Citralekha was a great mystic yogini.
Yeah, please read.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Citralekha was a great mystic yogini, and as soon as Usha identified the picture, although neither of them had ever seen him nor knew his name, Citralekha could immediately understand that the picture was of Aniruddha, a grandson of Krishna. That very night she traveled in outer space, and within a very short time reached the city of Dwarka, which was well protected by Krishna. She entered the palace and found Aniruddha. Prabhuji, could you please scroll down? Yeah. Sleeping in his bedroom on a very opulent bed, Citralekha, by her mystic power, immediately brought Aniruddha in that sleeping condition to the city of Sonitapura, so that Usha might see her desired husband. Usha immediately bloomed in happiness and began to enjoy the company of Aniruddha with great satisfaction.
Yes, thank you. So here we are discussing that how Citralekha kidnapped Aniruddha and brought him to Usha, and after that, both of them enjoyed for some time. Similar pastime we read about Pradyumna also, the father of Aniruddha, the son of Krishna. He was kidnapped by the demon Shamrasura, and then he was brought into the palace of Shamrasura, and after that, Rati, the wife of Pradyumna, he took care of. I mean, she took care of him nicely, and she became the wife of Pradyumna afterwards. Same pastime here. Here, so Chitralekha, he she kidnapped him and brought to Usha, the wife of Aniruddha. And then there was fight between Pradyumna and Shamrasur, and Pradyumna was victorious. Similarly, now there will be fight between Aniruddha and Bāṇāsura. And again, with the help of Krishna, Aniruddha will be victorious. Okay, we'll see it. It's a storyline, so not much to discuss philosophically. Aryan Prabhu, can you read the next two paragraphs?
Usha pleased Aniruddha with her valuable dresses, flowers, gardens, scents, and incense. By his uh, by his bedside sitting place and other paraphernalia for residential purposes. Nice drinks such as milk and sherbet, and nice eatables which could be chewed or swallowed. Above all, she pleased him with sweet words and very obliging service. Aniruddha was worshipped by her excellent service. Usha made Aniruddha forget all other things and was able to draw his attention and love upon her without deviation. In such an atmosphere of love and service, Aniruddha practically forgot himself and could not recall how many days he had been away from his real home. In due course of time, Usha exhibited some bodily symptoms by which it could be understood that she was having intercourse with a male friend. The symptoms were so prominent that her actions could no longer be concealed from anyone. Usha was always cheerful in the association of Anirudh, but she did not know the bounds of her satisfaction. The householder and the watchman of the palace could guess very easily that she was having relations with a male friend, and without waiting for further development, all of them informed the masters. Bāṇāsura in Vedic culture, an unmarried girl having association with a male friend is the greatest. Yes, yes, read it. Disgrace to the family. And so the caretaker cautiously informed his master that Usha was developing symptoms indicating a disgraceful association. The servants informed the master that they were not at all neglectful in guarding the house, being alert day and night against the young man who might enter. They were so careful that a male could not even see what was going on there, and so they were surprised that she had become contaminated. Since they could not trace any reason for it, they submitted the whole situation before the master.
Yeah, thank you. So
Manas,
now
mm,
the Bāṇāsura came to know that something is happening between Usha and Aniruddha. And here Prabhupada is mentioning that she was having intercourse with him, and her bodily symptoms were clearly visible that something is wrong with Usha. And that's how the doorkeepers they informed Bāṇāsura. Now we'll see what happens further. Um, Prashant Prabhu, you can read next two paragraphs.
Bāṇāsura was shocked to understand that his daughter Usha was no longer a virgin maiden. This weighed heavily on his heart, and without delay he rushed towards the palace where Usha was living. There he saw that Usha and Aniruddha were sitting together and talking. Usha and Aniruddha looking very beautiful together. Aniruddha, being the son of Pradyumna, who was Cupid himself, Bāṇāsura saw his daughter and Aniruddha as a suitable match. Yet, for family prestige, he did not like the combination at all. Bāṇāsura could not understand how a boy actually was. He appreciated the fact that Usha could not have selected anyone in the three worlds more beautiful. Anirudh's complexion was brilliant and swarthy. He was dressed in yellow garments and had eyes just like lotus petals. His arms were very long and he had nice curling blushish hair. The garling rays of his glittering earring and the beautiful smile on his lips were certainly captivating. Still, Bāṇāsura was very angry. When Bāṇāsura saw him, Aniruddha was engaged in playing with Usha. Aniruddha was nicely dressed, and Usha was garlanded him with various beautiful flowers. The reddish kunkuma powder put on the breast of woman was spotted here and there on the garland, indicating that Usha had embraced him. Bāṇāsura was struck with wonder that even in his presence, Aniruddha was peacefully sitting in front of Usha. Aniruddha knew that whoever that is would be, father-in-law was not at all pleased, and that he was gathering many soldiers in the place to attack him. In the place.
Yeah, thank you. So here a big fight will take place. Before that, Prabhupada is mentioning the qualities of Aniruddha, the bodily features. He was exactly looking like Cupid, Pradyumna, the son of Krishna. He was dressed in yellow garments and he had eyes just like lotus petals, like Krishna himself. Kamal Nayan and Pitambar Dhoti. His arms were very long and he had nice curling bluish hair. The glaring rays of his glittering earrings and beautiful smile on his lips were certainly captivating. So these are the some of the bodily features of Aniruddha mentioned here, who is grandson of Lord Krishna. And Bāṇāsura knew very well that Usha could not have selected anybody else but Aniruddha for her marriage. Still, to keep the good name of Kshatriya, he wanted to test his son-in-law, and that's how he planned to attack. And he became very, very angry. Now we'll see the last few paragraphs of this chapter, and then we'll stop for today because tomorrow is Ekadashi, so we'll close early. Yeah. Thus, not finding any other weapon, Aniruddha took hold of a big iron rod and stood up before Bāṇāsura and his soldiers. He firmly took a posture indicating that if he were attacked, he would strike all of the soldiers down to the ground with the iron rod. Bāṇāsura and his company of soldiers saw that the boy was standing before them just like the superintendent of death with his invincible rod. Now, under the order of Bāṇāsura, the soldiers from all sides attempted to capture and arrest him. When they dared to come before him, Aniruddha struck them with the rod, breaking their hands, heads, legs, arms, and thighs. And one after another, they began to fall to the ground. He killed them just as the leader of a flock of hawks kills barking dogs, one after another. In this way, Aniruddha was able to escape the palace. Bāṇāsura knew various arts of fighting, and by the grace of Lord Shiva, he knew how to arrest his opposing enemy by the use of Nagapash, snake noose. And so, Aniruddha was seized as he came out of the palace. When Usha received the news that her father had arrested Aniruddha, she became overwhelmed with grief and confusion. Tears began to glide down her eyes, and being unable to check herself, she began to cry very loudly. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of second volume, 7th chapter of Krishna, the meeting of Usha and Aniruddha. So here the chapter is ended, and Bāṇāsura could finally arrest his son-in-law